If you're offended, well, we do not apologise. If you can look at this with an open mind and not take life too seriously, then you may just come away well and truly entertained.
Never fear, Shumbega's here, and today's guest is Kerry Browne, actress, film director, and writer. On to the show. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Sorry.
Hello.
Oh, there. How
Yeah.
you doing?
I'm all right. How's things?
Good. Just it's a bit surreal to think how long it's been, isn't it?
I know. I feel like it's been ages.
I know. Thanks for rescheduling, but
That's all right.
it's lovely to see you.
I know it's good. You need to come back up. Like, you need to.
I'm missing it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I am.
I think people are missing Angus from my pub. There's like a few
Oh,
people asking me.
I know.
It's like actually they're missing Angus. Really. Well, this is podcast. Means this is Caithness podcast, and we're here with Kerry Browne, a writer, producer, and actress. Sorry.
For my sins.
That's loads. I was actually looking you up. What is it? About 10 minutes. And I was like, you've been in a lot of things. You've been in like 6 different films.
Yeah. Just well, I mean, this is the thing. Song of the Silky is kind of the biggest thing that I've done to date, and it's probably the most proudest that I've been of any project because of, I mean, you've seen it, the talent that came on board. The film, I'm so proud of the cast and crew that came together to make this film what it was. Really something special, I think. Yeah.
I thought, like, honestly, you see, like when I watched it, I just thought this looked really professional. Like, the first 2 minutes when it was coming in, coming in, I was like, "Wait, this is like a Hollywood budget movie." Yeah, I was expecting like an art house sort of film, and I got to go, well, it was good, like sort of, but I was like, it was actually amazing. It was really, really good.
Yeah. I am. I mean, for those that don't know, like we did a little kind of screening for our cast and crew in Thurso and Caithness, and I mean, you were there. Like it was just beautiful. It was brilliant. See, it's always great seeing it in the big screen, but I think when you've got a group of creative people all in the room as well, people that appreciate and know the hard work that goes into creating anything, any kind of film or TV series or anything, and then the questions that come afterwards of, wow, how did you do that? And wow, where was that filmed and where was that shot? And you just love it. That's what you thrive off of. So yeah.
Also, I think it was a big thing to you to do it. Like, it's fine doing it with your friends and family or people you don't know, but like to do it with like actual people in the film, who's like actors and, well, what it was the whole crew, is there?
Yeah.
That's must be daunting,
Yeah. No, it was lovely. I mean, I had to kind of sit in the corner a little bit and kind of hide myself away because it's very personal. It's a very personal thing because I'm quite literally, like you said, I had wore a lot of different hats in this, because I had to. That's the nature of when you're starting out and you're making your very first film. Everyone that's done it will know that you kind of have to prove yourself, and because I was determined to pay everybody equally what they deserve to be paid. In this business, it kind of goes on that some people, when they're doing their first short film, they're all like, oh, I'm willing to do it for any money and everything. And that's wonderful because it's people that obviously love to create. But at the end of the day, we all deserve to get paid for doing what we do well as well.
Yeah.
And the talent on this was incredible. Absolutely amazing.
No, like I thought it was really, really good. Like it was just so professional looking. But no, hats off to you to like do it in front of like a film crew. Like,
Thank you.
and it was good. It was a good cinema as well. It was like a massive cinema, and you fill it up. It was like it wasn't much seats left. Like,
yeah. I mean, I hope that we can obviously do it again. I would love to take it up just because that's the whole idea. That we're kind of going to the tail end now of the film festivals. It has went worldwide. It's done well. The film definitely, but there's no but. It's just a hope that I can tour it now, because at the end of the day, I think that this is the kind of film that was really made for the people that live in the Highlands for the obvious reasons, the Scots Gaelic being a very, very big part of the film and the themes behind it. And for some people that will maybe have questions, maybe more on the Central Belt, and again, it's a generalisation, but some people might not know what's being said there. And then if you take it to certain corners in Scotland where that language is predominant, then it's oh, that really, it's a different reaction.
That's like Sky. Like Sky would have been like, if I don't know if they got a cinema in Sky, but I would have just been the perfect place for it.
Yeah, you're reading my mind. There's some plans, there's some thoughts, some hopes and dreams, and I definitely will be taking it to Sky at some point. Yeah.
But like the whole film festival, you think? I was going to ask you. You think it's like a good platform? You think it's or you think it's a kind of outdated platform now? Because you got streaming. Or
Yeah. Oh, that's a tough question, because for some people you'll get some people that the film festivals, I still think there is tremendous value in film festivals, 100%. But you're right in saying that the platforms, that everything has changed through time, and it is more difficult, definitely, to get your film recognized. And to maybe, I mean, my aspirations as this film is a treatment for a feature, I do want to then make the feature, and film festivals are a great way to kind of to showcase that you have this story, you want to take it further, and you're looking for that support. But for some people, it doesn't work that way. Some of the best filmmakers out there, they said, I tried it and it didn't work for me. And then other people like Damien Chazelle comes to mind, Whiplash. He made the feature film from that short film within a year, and that's amazing. That is incredible. But for some people, it doesn't work like that. Like, we just worked with an amazing director, and it was a 10-year journey for him, for when he wrote his feature to getting it made. People like Tilda Swinton was on a interview quite recently where she was talking about a pitch that she's had stored for 30 years.
Yeah.
That's an A-lister, it's an A-list woman and creator talking like that. So it's difficult. It's definitely challenging.
I know we definitely picked the wrong thing out to like fall in love with it, because it's so difficult to do it. But I'm the same when it comes to art. Like, as is like, I keep doing it, and it's ups and downs. Like, and I just need to, like, when it is done, it's not really that done. It's a bit flat for a wee while there.
But that's the thing, like, it's the passion that keeps you going for it. Like, artists will always be artists. That's my belief, no matter where you take it. But it doesn't cost anything to put your art out there in some fashion. It's just that, obviously, for some people, like myself, like, that's why Song of the Selkie, I'm so incredibly proud of it, because I wanted it to be the foundations for what I hope to create going forward. And I feel like it's accomplished that through nothing other than having this amazing team come together and just realize it as well, and say, I see this, and I want to be part of this, and here's my input. And incredible.
No, it's good. Like, I mean, what was I going to say? Like, how, if there's people getting involved, how did you get funding? Was it really hard, or do you just?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, I tried. I tried to go through the channels of the funding bodies, the big funding bodies in Scotland, and we know what they are. And unfortunately, it didn't work. So I said, you know what? I said, this is just, we're just going to have to do it ourselves. We're gonna have to find a way. And I crowdfunded, as many first-time filmmakers do. And I was very lucky. You know, I think it was a combination of a lot of things that really helped and kind of made it work the first time, because I've seen so many people that have tried it and it doesn't, you know, it doesn't come to fruition. So I'm really grateful that I really had a lot of support and a lot of people just believing in the project, just getting a little taste of it with the opening footage, which is kind of what I used to kind of sell the film, and the script. I had submitted it. It spent a year in film festivals, and during that time I'd finessed it, just tried to get it as strong as I possibly could. And it won some awards, it placed in others. And then I think it was just the belief that came after that. It was just people saying, you know what, I think there's a lot of honesty here, and I love Scottish folklore. Yeah, let's try and make this come true. And then it really did kind of domino effect after that. So it was luck, but it was also, there's so many things involved. Yeah.
Yeah. Like even with crowdfunding, like I always had in my mind going, I don't know, it's a Scottish mentality. I like, if I went and said, I'm looking to make this film or do this, it'd be I'm not getting you money for that. You know, like it's like your hopes and dreams. I don't know, but and you're saying you made money by doing crowdfunding, eh?
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like I asked for it. I think we were asking, well, I decided to set it at the minimum of what I knew, because I've done location management. I know how much things cost, and now with the cost of living crisis and everything, things they're only getting more and more expensive. And again, when you're determined to pay everyone equity minimum, you're determined to do it right off the bat, the money goes incredibly quickly. And I knew that I would be putting my own money into this as well, and that came through a company that I'd recently formed as well. But again, I just wanted to make it as best as it could possibly be. I wanted, with all the people that were coming on board with this, I was like, I want us all to walk away from this and feel proud of this project. And I'm really glad that that's what came back. Everyone not only were proud of it, but they really enjoyed it. They really enjoyed the whole aspect of making this film, and that was really important to me, that everyone just had a good time.
Well, it's good because like even you said, well, it's your name, and I think you like, because you're actress and you've been in the scenes and different things. You know how hard it is. It means you made everybody probably feel like comfy and want to work with you again. Like
Yeah.
I mind doing I was a thrash metal video. Well, it was a guy metal video, and I went across to Glasgow. And I never got paid for it, but it was like, he goes, like, we got munches, we got food and all of that. And I thought, well, at least you got that. And I'd done other art things with other people, and they didn't give you anything. You're like, well, I'm taking out my time to help you. I don't
I
know.
know.
Even that's like, nice. It's like, all right, I know you're on a budget, but yeah, I'll pay if it's just food or something.
I know. I think it's just that thing of being grateful that people are there helping you, and creating this with you as well. But also, just, you can show that. If you feel it, then show it to people. Show it, and it's so simple. I always say this, that it's such an easy thing to be nice and kind and grateful in this industry. Like, it really is. To be anything other takes effort, and it's just, I just don't. If you are grateful to people, show them you're grateful to them, and and it will come through in the work, I think. Yeah.
I thought, I just thought it was such a nice touch, because like a guy who's struggling for like sort of extras, and saying, right, I'll do it, and then I mean, it was just munches and food and that, but I made it so much better. Just like, oh, all right,
Absolutely.
and that's the thing I've went into. That's the thing I picked up. I thought, if I'm doing little short things, at least if you're coming along, you're getting beers in or something. If I didn't have any money,
No, I
but
know. I mean, that's the thing. I remember on Song with the Selkie when we were making it, because I've come from an industry, I working in high-end television and everything, as like assistant roles. I love when we've got a barista on set. Like, the whole crew will tell you there's nothing like it when you've got coffee on set. Oh, it's a happy crew. Unfortunately, I didn't have the budget this time for a barista. Hopefully next time. But I knew that there was a coffee there was a barista right around the corner, so I sent our lovely runner Dario to get everyone coffees. And honestly, I can't even like, it was just, maybe it was that hit of caffeine and sugar and pan au chocolats, which we went through a lot. It just, everyone just perks up and brightened up. They're like, oh, thank you for this. I was like, I said, but like, just I mean, we've been on set, mate, where it's like, you know, the ice cream trucks roll in, and what does it do for us as a crew? Like, you know yourself. It really does make the difference.
Oh, I think a cans of Coke. That was the thing. What it was like my lifeline.
Oh.
It's like, oh, Curry, you got Coke? And she's like, yeah, like yes.
Unfortunately, that's one thing that I'm very, oh yeah, it's my sugar intake for the day.
Oh, it's the same like that. Like I like even now. I'm not buying it into the house, but like, it's like one of the ones. I really love cans of Coke. Like, means you're what is it? Well, you work in film and TV as a locations runner. Is last one was Spider Man?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that was just a monster of a production, really, and I was only on that for a few days as well, because I think that for me, like the benefits of doing jobs behind the scenes, especially in locations, it's you just get to see and understand so much behind the process. Like that is how I have learned so much in the legalities of filmmaking, working with councils, etc., and everything. But what you learn is that it's just people. You've got to have an understanding and a respect to work with the public. That's all it is, especially like even when we did Song of the Selkie, we were going into Port Patrick, and everything, everyone knew that we were there, everyone knew we were coming. But I think it's just that thing of having the respect for the community that you're filming in. Again, that just makes a difference. Some people like have questions of, oh, like, is this going to affect my business, or is this, oh, I wouldn't want anyone to park there because I've got to have access. And these are all like, these are all legitimate, concerns as well. And I think it's just that thing of, again, just having that respect and just having that, oh, that no, we're not going to interfere with your business, we're not going to interfere with this. Anything that we can do to make this a comfortable experience for yourself, we'll absolutely do. Because it's not all about what you can take from a film set, it's what you can give. So
I think that's why you always got sent out the whole time, because you had this friendliness about you. Yeah, you could knock on people's doors. Nobody's going to say no to you. It's like, it's just like I'm sure even Neil said that to me. He said, no, that's how we put Curry out, because I'm knocking doors, smile lights up, and yeah, come in, that's fine.
He did say something very, very similar to me as well. But I think that that's the thing that always came back as well. Like people were always just said that you're always honest, and I said, who's not honest? And they went, loads of people, and I went, what? And they're like, yeah, yeah. They say this doesn't happen, and then I was like, listen, I don't do that. I said, I mean, if there's anything that, if there's any conflict, I said, well, the best way to sort it is to talk about it. And if you're not happy with it, that's not going to happen. It's just like we're on your territory, we're in your home, or your land or anything. It's to me, that's just so basic. To me, that's just the way it always should go. And the fact that it doesn't sometimes kind of flabbergasts me. I'm like, what?
I think like Caithness just loved it. Like this is like I don't think I can't think anybody had a negative thing to say about if
No.
filming and up there. It's like
Um,
I handed gas bottles back the other day, and they're asking who was it? They're asking about Robin, because Robin took the gas bottles, and they're asking for Angus, and it's just like are they still a bit like nah? They're going like you know.
we'll be back. We'll be back. Like honestly, like, I'm so grateful to have been able to see that for the first time as well, because I feel like that's maybe a part that, because we're all so focused on getting over to Orkney or something, I don't think that Wick was ever in my peripheral vision. And I'm so happy that we got to see that and we got to film there, because wow, what a place, what a community. It's beautiful, it's
I think
stunning.
I think with Caithness, if the problem is it always gets looked over. Like I moved back up like a year and a half ago, but it's the people what make Caithness. Like I mean, Orkney's lovely, and it's like what is it? There, it's more like well, it reminds me of Edinburgh. It's like all like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
sort
yeah,
of thing, it's a pretty place. But I think people in Caithness are all more like friendly and down to earth. If that makes sense.
definitely.
Yeah.
100%, 100%. And we were there at a great time as well with everything, all the parades that were going on at that
I
time,
know.
and it was
You
brilliant.
nailed it perfect. Every weekend there's something on. You're like, it's nothing on now. It's nothing on till Christmas.
Well, you know, I come from Paisley and originally, and can kind of say the same thing. We kind of go on our own culture, very similar, I think,
Yeah.
to Wick as well. And we have these big, you know, like shebangs, parades, and everything. And I think that see when you're in the good fortune to live in a historic town, that is the way to do it. 100%. You know, it's like just be proud of that heritage, that
Oh,
historical, and yeah, tell these stories. Like we're we're Scottish. We're the best storytellers in the world.
yeah, yeah, you're right. No, like I think there's so many little neeks about like Caithness. What's like it's just good. It's just like then they kept it that way. Yeah, like
Yeah,
even what you call it, the Galladay. Like nobody does Gala. I think better
I
than
know.
Caithness people are. They all get
I know.
together. I think it's more community thing. I think that's the difference. We've still got a big community up here.
Yeah, big time, big time. You
Uh,
feel that when you're there as well, and no, it's gorgeous. It's lovely.
uh, I mean, what's the next step for Sound of Silky? Song.
Oh, well, yes. I mean, it's tailing off at the film festivals now, and like I said, it has done well. We've got our fingers crossed for a couple more closer to home as well, just so that we can again just give it back to the community as well. But after that, I'm looking at some kind of tour with the film, because that's essentially what we made it for. We made it for the people of Scotland, you know, because they will appreciate it in a way, and because it is our culture, it is with the Scots Gaelic, with little touches that we put into it, like little things about hagstones and everything that I'm sure may go unnoticed, or maybe questioned from a lot of other communities and cultures, whereas here it's so embedded.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up on it, so that's the next kind of thing that's in my sights. And then after that, it's really just I'm trying to find a way to see this through and eventually make it as a feature film, because the script is there and it's sitting there, it is ready to go. So hopefully this will prove what can be accomplished.
Oh, definitely will. There's no doubt. It's just when it's definitely going to
Yeah,
happen. It's
yes.
like, I mean, where did the Song of Celtic come from? Where was it just bedtime stories when you're a kid? And
Yeah. I mean, I like I said, I grew up on it. I'm Scottish. I all my childhood was spent in the Highlands of Scotland, where I learned about these folk tales, and it was I just found it so fascinating. And I'm always the one where I want to know the origin of things, but this is the beauty of folk tales. There is an origin, we just don't know what it is.
yeah,
and the stories get passed through generationally, like they were with me as well, you know. And there's always little flavors and little different versions of it, and then
everybody's got their own wee tweak to it.
yeah, I think that is beautiful. And so there was a lot that therefore could be done with the folktale, so I've kept it very much in keeping with the original folktale, but I put my own flavour onto it. And I think again that, you know, it's just brought something more. Then it's just brought something it's
Oh yeah.
additional to the story. So yeah.
No, like even me, like I learned a lot this way. Stones. You're telling me like, is that what it is? And then you see, because you're telling me loads of stuff. And I was like, I don't want to know it all. But in when I was watching, I was like, oh, I know how you done that. You know, like at a shot with a candle. I love that because you told me
Yeah.
how much.
Yeah, that was really like it. I was determined as well. I don't think that everyone in the room quite knew what it was I was after, but it was in the original script and it was on the short list. But I left some room. I mean, I was very meticulous and with with my short list, but I left the room, you know, for the day and for the creativity, because I think that's very, very important. And you find that magic sometimes in the moment. But I wanted that candle to blow out in a certain way. and, and it worked. It worked.
That means all right, how did you do a shot at the beginning? Was that your film or was that stock?
Yes. So for the people that don't know, so we do start the film on the Faroe Islands, in an island just called McLander, and it's we shot Copaconin. which is the Seal Woman. And she's a 9-foot Seal Woman statue that's in the Faroe Islands, and got permission from the ambassadors of the Faroe Islands. The sculptor himself, Hans Polly Olsen, signed off on it as well. It's the first time that she'll ever be shown on camera, which is amazing. And Gurai was our second unit cinematographer, who is based in the Faroe Islands. So it was a collaboration between him and myself, where he had my shot list, and he got the footage for that opening shot. And we, again, when we did that collaboration, he showed it to me. I said, absolutely nailed it. Absolutely nailed it.
Yeah, honestly, that sold me out like straight away, because I was like, I was hungover, and I thought, if I didn't turn up for this, Curry's not going to speak to me. I was like, I was so close to not like getting it right, because I phoned Angus and he wasn't answering, and I phoned Neil. Neil's like, I'll pick you up. Honestly, if he had opened the windows, my breath was rotten with drink, like. But anyway, that shot was amazing. Like I thought, yeah, this is a really good film. You know.
Yeah, it really sets the tone, I think, which is because even someone that came along to the film, they says I'm gonna say something. They said, and I hope that it's not taken as the wrong way. And I said, don't be silly. I was like, I said, you've got a great heart. What is it? And she just said, I feel as if that there are going to be some people that maybe won't respect this film for what it is, i.e. the slow burn. You know, these quiet moments that you have between, like she goes throughout the whole film. There's just this tone of silence, she said, and she went, Kerry, that is what I got into filmmaking for. She said, so I just want you to know that I appreciate it. And I said, but darling, you are exactly you are the audience. Yeah, I said, this is, you know, it's either your thing or it's not. I said, but this is what I live and breathe, because a lot of what I see now with films, I see an awful lot of filmmaking, films that seem to be devoid of soul. Genuinely, that's the best way that I can describe it. And I made a film and wanted to make a film that had soul, and I feel like this does. Yeah, and from everything, the performances, the music, the locations, the cinematography, the sound design, everything that came into it made it what it was. Yeah.
Well, it's all you. You can just tell that's like is your like it's passion. You go, well, that's all Curry. Yeah, like if I never knew you made a film and I seen that, and I'd be like, I'll be sending it to you. So this is your soul, like you know, it's like you can sort of say it. No, but I know what you mean with different films. Like you look at now with Netflix and stuff like that, and it's a lighting or it's just something. It's like it's a template, and they do the same template with all and it just looks lifeless, if you know what I mean. Does that make sense, or is that?
No, it does. It does. And I feel like, I mean, the thing is, it's not, and I don't believe that it's through any lack of these incredible writers, directors out there that want to make their version of their film. But I think that when you get maybe heavier hands are involved in the filmmaking, that's when the creative side of it becomes more about a blueprint rather than the art itself. And that's why so many filmmakers do it their own way, and it's the harder route, you know, to finance it yourself and to hold on to that creativity, because things are so difficult now to get made. But that's what's important to them. It's that they don't lose essentially the ownership and the creativity that's involved in actually making their film, because when that's gone, it's no longer your vision. You know?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. It's like what is it? It's when you think of film as a business, and I think that kills it, because when I was younger, I just seen it as art, and it's like storytelling, and their vision is because I had a wee taster at like when I did with BBC Social, and you can send across the idea, and then by end it wasn't even my idea, and I was just like, I'm just doing this just because that's what they want me to do, and it was like like I say, molding what they want a certain style, and it just wasn't me.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm sure, you know, if things, I'm sure that if things continue the way that I want them to, in the sense that this is something that I'm just beginning, you know, so I'm sure that I will come across very difficult decisions and very heavier hands. I more than likely will. Bring it on. So I'm here to create art with people who love art. So I think I think that that's the key. It's just finding those people and banding together and saying, right, so we're in it for these reasons. Let's make something special here because we want to create art and we love art. And I think that cinema is so powerful. It's always been powerful, and I think that it will continue to be so. But we really need to protect that creative side of it, if that makes sense.
The Krats are trying to wipe us off the face of the earth.
They're trying to, but they won't succeed.
Just leave me. Give yourself a fighting chance.
That makes sense.
No, definitely. Like I was saying this to my cousin, like the only time the only time I only feel, but like if I watch a film, I get really into it, and if I end up getting teary eyed, and that's a perfect film, eh? You know, like it's like like be times I'll be at a funeral and I can just go right, I'm not showing emotion, but it's only because it's a sort of guy thing, eh? But like there's a film, I don't know, you can feel it, if that makes sense. Yeah.
No, totally. I mean, you just caught me as well. I was doing some writing and then in the background, because I've always got something on in the background. It sets the ambience or something and helps me. I don't know, but it was Jaws, and we'd be here forever. Like if we spoke about my obsession with that film, because it's just a perfect film. It's a perfect film. Steven Spielberg, nobody does it like him. He's just incredible. But it's one of those films that, on the surface, you think that it's, that this thriller or this horror, however you want to categorize it. But seeing those quiet moments, it's incredible, and it's really like emotional and hard hitting. Like one of my favorite scenes, I've got a thing about dinner scenes, you probably noticed, because it just uninhibits your characters. It really gets to the core of who your characters are. And it's just a moment where Brody is totally broken because he's just met Alex Kittner's mother, who's basically said to him that he is responsible because he knew that there was a shark on the water, and why didn't he do anything to stop it? And he has to take that and say that it was my responsibility to step up and I didn't, and now it's resulted in this horrible tragedy. So he's sitting there, and there's nothing to console him except his 5-year-old son that's sitting at the table, and there's nothing said. It's just his son. He's doing this with his hands, and then his son just mimics him. It's just mimicking everything that his father's doing, and it's just that innocence and that purity and that connection. And then he just leans in and asks him to give him a kiss, and then his son says, "Why?" He said, "Because I need it." And he goes, "Get out of here." And I'm like, it is honestly one of my favorite Steven Spielberg scenes. Fantastic. Right. Yeah.
I need to watch it again. I watched it years ago, and I need to go and watch it again. Yeah. But what's your goals? What is like for next year? What is going to be your goal?
Yeah, right now I've got my head down writing. So I incorporated my company in 2003, Seal Women Productions. This one here, and I got to admit, I did that with a little leaf out of Steven Spielberg's book, because his company is called Amblin Productions, which was a homage to his very first film, Amblin. If you haven't seen it, I would highly recommend that you watch it. So I just wanted that little nod to Song of the Selkie, because everything that's going to come from that's going to go forward storytelling wise, it's all going to be, this is the foundations of it, basically, Song of the Selkie. But right now I'm writing, like I said, the feature film is done. I'm concentrating writing a horror film right now. It's based off of another Scottish folktale. That's all I can say about it right now. And then there's also something that I'm writing revolving around Paisley, which is my hometown. basically. So it's very, very personal to me. Yeah, I mean, the aspirations, the ethos behind it is Scottish culture, you know, our diverse culture and storytelling. I really think that the incredible folklore that we have up here has not made it onto media in a way that really speaks to what it is and how embedded it is in our Scottish culture yet. I just want to be a part of that. I feel like it's coming. I feel like that change is coming, and suddenly people are starting to maybe take a little bit of notice. And you know, that's from various reasons. The Outlander effect. There's a hunger for it, 100%. But I don't believe that there's a lot of knowledge out there for it again yet.
Yeah.
And I believe that the people living in Scotland, we should be the ones telling these stories. It is our culture. We know it like the back of our hands.
Yeah, hopefully it's not going to be like, you know, a whole like haggis and whiskey, you know, that sort of malarkey. You know, like more it is like Scottish people telling these folk stories instead of what other people outside of Scotland think.
Yeah. I mean that I know. I think it's like it's not. It can't. Our culture can be heavily, you know. It can be stereotypical. Yeah, it can be stereotypical in media, and it is frustrating. It's very frustrating because it does exist. The culture is here, and it means something to us. Like the story of the Selkie actually means something to me, as it does to so many other people. And we can actually dramatize it. We can do something very, very interesting with it. So leave it to us. It's like.
Do you remember the ground soaked with blood? The screams of the innocent. The dying king who had sought to make peace with his enemy. His sons. One an infant, forced to flee. To live in exile and hardship in their own kingdom. Do you remember that, princess?
I remember everything. The night my father took Dunad from your father, he unleashed a terrifying evil. A sorcerer with unearthly power.
This place is haunted.
We call them shadows. Our children have been taken.
The only power that is certain in this world is this. This is the only authority we possess. We rise or we fall by the strength of our arm. If we unite, we can fight them.
Why should we follow you?
I'm your king.
Doriatin is a true ruler.
You really think I'm going to give you my throne?
Yes! Who are you to dare stand against me?
It's like years ago. Like I would say till the 90s, till maybe not even that long ago. It was only one type of film got made in Scotland, and it was always like really pressing. It was either drink or drugs abuse, and it just went like that just because of Trainspotting. I mean, Trainspotting did it well, but it was hundreds of other Trainspotting. I was just like, all right, it's the same sort of template again. You know,
Yeah.
I think we need something different now for like you say, folklore and like different stories like that.
100%. I mean, I saw an interview recently with Martin Compston, who is a fantastic actor, but he actually made this comment about our folklore in Scotland, and I was clapping from my screen. I was like, finally, someone else is saying it. And he just said, we've got amazing folk tales here. He says, you know, now he made a very, very good point about, and again, we all know this, we're all screaming it from the rooftops, the fact that 10 years ago, even less, we didn't have the infrastructure in Scotland. We didn't have the studios yet in Scotland. Now we've got them. There's
Well,
loads, there's loads, and you know, and we've got the talent here as well, more importantly. And you know, so it's not like back in the day where these big studios would come up, they would film their exterior shots and then go back down to London, but they still
yeah.
seem to be doing that. They still seem to be doing it.
I was just going to say it because I can mind when I got into extras. Like I like been off and on the extras years, and I was here like 15 or 17 years ago, and it was like they filmed a lot of stuff what it was meant to look like London. Up here means like all the extras would be running a bit, and then they filmed the other scenes down in London, like in the studios there. And I was like, oh, is that how they do it? But they said it was cheaper, and it was aye, that's the way they've done it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the thing is, there's a lot of benefit to having these bigger productions like Spider-Man, for instance, that are up here. But what is coming back is that again, we're not capitalizing, we're not using the talent which is here in Scotland. And I'm like, why? Why? Like we're here. Do you know the talent has always been here? And so, you know, so I think we can't keep asking. I think that's it. I mean, I think it is important that we have these discussions, but at the same time, I don't think that we're certainly capable of honing that talent ourselves and actually doing something very, very special with it. And I think the time is coming where more and more people are starting to say, do you know what? If you guys don't want to be a part of it, then we'll do it our way. And that's why I think we're going to see more independent platforms being formed from exactly that. There's going to be a movement.
Yeah, I think since the lockdown and then streaming just kicked off, like that's what everybody watches now. And I think that's where like you see like it was a massive film studio in the bottom of Leaf is like there's loads in Glasgow.
Yeah.
And what's the other thing I was going to say? Well, even River City, even whatever you think of River City, I still don't want to see it go because it is like people's jobs.
100%.
You know, that's like bread and butter for some people. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that you've already signed the campaign that was online. I know I did for exactly that same reasons, because no matter what, that's it. It's nothing to do with, you know, your taste towards the show, the jobs, the opportunities that come from that, especially people for the traineeships that come from that. We cannot afford to lose this. So if you haven't signed that petition, I highly recommend that you do.
And if anybody's watching, let's go and sign it.
100%.
But no, like I mind that was one thing I was desperate to be on is River City because I thought I was like a staple mark. It's like if you're doing extras, you need to be in River City. And I actually got a shot. This is like again, it was years ago, and it's when they had a little bus. You know, I don't know if you ever been on a set at River City, yeah. And it bus what's out in the elements means the door doesn't close. It means it whistles the wind going through the bus. And I was there. I must have been a bit like 17 or something. And I seen a guy who's on Big Brother. Mind the blind guy? Big Brother years ago.
Yeah.
He was there. It means I was all starstruck. I was, and I went to speak to him, and I stuttered it. And he goes, "You got to learn the difficulties, Paul." And I went, like, and I was just wanting to. It's the floor of. I was so embarrassed. And then they never used me. So I was there the whole day, and they was like, "Nah, we didn't need you." I was all right, but I mind that, and I was just mind the way he said it because I started because I was starstruck. You know, like this is before social media. So it's like, oh well.
That's amazing.
No, not for me. I sit there and lie in bed and go.
Oh, I did.
But no, that was it. But no, I like I thought River City would be good to be a part of, like.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Oh, I mean, were you going to go back to college?
Maybe not. Right now there seems to be a lot of work right now in Scotland, so fingers crossed. And yeah, I'm just there's one film in particular that I'm really looking at. I'm looking at you, Highlander.
Oh yeah,
I think we all want to, but I think that film, that franchise for me is so personal. Queen. Like, come on, Freddie Mercury, hello. And oh god, if you're a lover of Scottish landscapes and everything, and you know where it was shot, they'll be doing this again, and it will just be grander, it'll be bigger, because I feel as if the original film, as much as I absolutely love it and it's one of my favorites, it really was held back on really realizing the history of the Highlander, and really showing like the Scottish Highlands and all their glory because of the budget constraints. I feel as if that this new film is really, hopefully, going to capitalize on that, and I'm excited to see it. And yes, I would love to be a part of it.
I'd be cool. It was like me when Trainspotting 2 came out. I was like, as long as I'm in it, like even my hand or something. And I was there for it. It was like Final Where's Wally, and I was like, all right, I'm there. I'm glad I was a bit.
It's brilliant. It's so. Oh, I've seen T2. It's great. It's great.
It's like even seeing like Danny Boyle in that, and I was like, this is all sort of like my heroes when I was younger, and you're just like, you're just seeing them. I mean, it was just good. It was in the nightclub scene, but yeah, it was just trying to get a part in it. I mean, it's a small bit, but it's all good.
Brilliant.
I think if I like what's been your good times being in a sort of film business and TV?
Honestly, I have to say it, the incredible female directors that I've met and gotten a chance to work with. I worked with Sharon Horgan, who was the writer, one of the lead actors of Bad Sisters for Apple TV, and she is a phenomenal talent. She's a queen, and just the strength that comes from her and her roles and what her ethos is, what's important to her. It was just, I learned a lot, and I feel as if that I would speak about her all day. I think that she is just an absolutely incredible talent. I saw recently Falling Into Place from Aileen Teslin, and I'd worked just one day on that. I got a chance to speak to the crew, and that was another one that just again, she had helmed that project. She had written it, she directed it, she was the leading star in it, and I just think that because we know the obstacles as well, especially for female directors and writers, and everything that's involved in that, it's a very tough road to walk, and can be very challenging, and you get a lot of no's along the way. You get a lot of no's and a lot of people that don't believe in you or think that you're one thing that really frustrates me is it seemed to be reaching, especially as a woman, if you're wanting to do more than one role in this industry, i.e. you want to write it, you want to direct it, you maybe even want to star in it. It's not unreaching. We're women. We are women. we know what we're doing, and when it comes from these stories as well, from the likes of Sharon Horgan from Aislinn, these are all personal stories that they have told. They know them inside and out, and I feel like that's what I put into Selkie as well. So just do it. And that's what one of the women said to me. She says, you're going to hear a lot of people saying no to you. Don't listen to it. Just do it. I'm like, wonderful. I will.
Sorry, but you think that's a bad thing just because you think it's more harder for a woman to break into the industry in that sort of line of work?
Yes, for absolute certainty, and no women watching this will ask the question why that is. It's a culture. It's a culture thing that we're still addressing, that we're continually addressing, and we walk into very different rooms, but that's why it's very important that I think that we continue to have these conversations, and that we as women, I mean, I want to work with women in this industry, what we bring to the table and the conversations that we have and the conversations that we don't have as well. It's all important. Yeah, more representation is required, 100%.
It's bad for this day and age. You think it just would be equal, because at the end of the day, like I believe you're amazing film director, like a senior stuff. You probably got your own style. It's I mean, I just didn't get it. For this day and age to go, oh no, I should, like harder for you.
Yep. We carry on. We absolutely carry on, and we like I said, we just don't stop having the conversations and using our voices and speaking up for ourselves and for each other, because it's important. It's just simply important. Representation matters.
Yeah, definitely.
I used to write stories about this place, about its people. was one of them. Stories about great love. And the loss of it. We each have our stories to tell.
Anywho, what else? I'm trying to think if I went through everything before. No, I think I touched on most of the stuff, because well, it's more to do your film, like, yeah, but like I work, we're what is when I was working with you, yeah, like work group was amazing. Like it was like I think all of us was so strong as far as like we all had strengths in different ways, and
Yeah.
I think it was quite sad. I think last night when you all left, I was like, oh, aye, because it was kind of that moment. It was like, oh, like actual mate, good mates, like it was this, and
Yeah. I tell you, every single production I've worked on, I mean, I've not had as many, and this is the truth, as many strong connections as I made through every production like that one. That really was something special, and for the exact same reasons, we all just banded together on that production. And like you said, we were all different. We all had our different strengths. We all had our different personalities, but we just gelled
yeah,
so
definitely.
well, and we had such a great time as well, and we all really supported each other because, mate, there were tough days, and like, I mean, for all different reasons and challenges and everything, but oh my god, I don't think I've laughed like that in so long. Like it really, like, I think there was one day when I was deliriously tired, like I know this, and I had you, and I don't even know what I said, but I had you and Angus and Steve.
Because it was another day, and you're sitting around, you're on a bit like, oh, I'm going to do my writing, and I said, oh, wait, I'm going to write your timesheet. Yeah, that's all you're writing. We're sitting there lifting easy ups. That's all we're doing. There's no point. Our CV went right out the window.
It's so good.
But it was another day. Yeah, like it was really windy. I don't think you're there.
Oh
And
my
we're taking stuff at a van, and it was a sheet. A thing, a ramp.
yes.
We're taking out of the
Yeah.
van, and it was flying in the wind. I was holding it, and I couldn't let it go, and my trousers was falling down, and all I could hear in my ear is Angus going, "Your bum's out, Sean. Your bum's out, Sean." And I couldn't let it go. He's like, "Sean, your bum's out." I'm like, all right. I just thought I was just like, that's all he can mind. It was just like, because I could see it. It was full view, in front of everybody. So I couldn't drop it.
I think I was on a scout for Neil at the time, and yeah, I remember that story. And just because I knew you guys so well as well, I could just visualize it. And I was on the ground, I was killing myself laughing. Oh god, but this is what I mean. These were the stories that I think that because we were all exhausted, we were all working the overtime, we were all just really we just made each other laugh, and then we still had time. I don't know how to go out for dinner and get drinks and everything, and I don't know how we did it, but
like hats off to like honestly, like you see your type of work. Like I only do, I was in, and I did it like in sort of like small things, and it's like it's a different level, like how heavy work that is. So it's like it was over like 14 hours a day, and then on top of that is like they're all drinking. I'm like, how can you burn a candle at both ends? Like I'll be like,
I know. I mean, at one day, I think I pulled in a 16-hour shift, and I think that my last words were, I don't even remember my own name. I just said, I'm gone. That's and I think you were laughing. I think that was your response. I just went, that's me. I got nothing. I got nothing left.
oh, I know. I think I like it's moving easy up. So I've seen this video online now, and it was to do with like film crews, and they do this little short sketches, and they did this one to do a runner, and I was laughing now because it's like they set all these chairs up, hundreds of chairs, and they said, could you move it over here now?" And I was like, "Aye, that was me easy up."
Oh my god, honestly, like I mean, I really have, like, I have checked my dignity at the door on so many film sets, like, because you just have to, but
Yeah.
the amount of times that has happened to me, and like, oh, I've walked into shots so many times. I've been like, who's that lady? And I'm like, I think that's me. I think I'm the lady.
Oh. It's like I'm sure Angus did it in his second day. I think, what is it? He moved a coffee cup thinking, and he never knew it was a part of the proper. And
I
he's like,
remember
"That's
that.
probably going
Yep.
to be in like YouTube, like saying
Yeah.
this scene, you know."
A
And then
blooper.
blooper, aye. But like even I think it was at the second day, and then somebody's like, "All right, go and get toilet roll. It's in the honey wagon." And then I walked out, and I was like, I think I asked Neil, I was like, "What's a honey wagon?" He goes, "This is simple, Sean." I was like, "All right." I never do. Still didn't like because I wasn't want to ask anybody. I was wanting to pretend I knew what I'm doing. It's the first time I ever heard a toilet's called a honey wagon. I never heard that before in my life.
We all have that experience, and the funny thing is, like, yeah, like I have like the lingo, the abbreviations, whatever, for these film sets, and my friend genuinely thinks that I'm trying to be cool with it, but it's just that you learn these things on set and you just assume then everybody knows them. Everybody gets it, and it's like that. No, some people actually have normal jobs out here. They don't understand what you're saying.
If literally like first, I like it's no joke. Like when I used to come home, in the first week or half, I was having like no nightmares, but definitely like lying in bed and thinking about easy ups and shifting them here, there, and everywhere. But I started getting used to it. It's just a feeling going, oh no, I'm getting up in like 2 hours to like lift like easy ups up a hill and then take them down a hill. And
We're definitely a different breed working in
yeah,
film, 100%.
like I like my like I've done stuff, but that is like, oh, I don't know, that is something else. I
Yeah.
think everybody has to go on locations, like, and then yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely say that it's something that everyone should have some experience in, even if it's one day. It's just, I think that pay your dues.
Yeah, 100%. Like people is like that. Like I worked on work sites for years, and like look their nose down at being a labourer. I'm like, well, if it wasn't for labourers, you're not getting your sheets up. You know, like it's like. You know, I think it's the hardest job in that business. Definitely film business. I think
100%. Yeah. I mean, the only thing that I can compare it to in terms of everyone maybe working locations is everyone doing retail. I think that the world would be a better place if everyone had that experience. Yeah.
I just wanted to ask you about James.
What about him?
Do you like him?
Well, we did try.
I understand that James can be a bit challenging, but the thing is, I need your help. Do you like stories?
I love stories.
Good. That'll make this a lot easier and much more effective. Nothing is more real than a story. Everyone is a part of their own story, and every story is linked.
Okay.
Sometimes, only stories can show us what is real and what is true.
Cool, let's hear the story.
There's one more thing that you must understand before we begin. This is no ordinary story. It is a shared story. Everything you see and everything you hear, you'll see and hear together.
Really? Like virtual reality?
Very similar.
Awesome!
Let's do it.
Okay. I want you all to close your eyes. Once upon a time, there was a sad and lonely giant named Nelson.
Do you think people has got more snappier since lockdown? Like I thought people just didn't have the same time. They're more, I don't know, more aggressive. Like
Yeah. I mean, definitely. I think that I would definitely say that has been an effect, 100%. But I do believe that there comes a time where you've just got to take responsibility for it as well. I think that time kind of put people into their own little worlds as well. The people that were lucky enough to maybe be at home and have that safety net and have that time as well. You know, but I think that a lot of people went into their own little worlds, and they kind of came out of that thinking that something was owed more to them and everything. And in some fashions, it really did great things for people, because I've spoken to so many people that said, "Oh, see, when I came out, I couldn't go back to that job that I absolutely hated." Work with that toxic manager. And I said, that's good. That's, you know, that's a positive thing that came out of it. But then there was the other side, that I think that there were some people that came out of it feeling maybe a little bit entitled as well, and really frustrated, but taking that, and the frustrations, you know, were legit. But I think that maybe it was just taken out on the wrong people as well. And I think they were still dealing with that. I don't think that there's really been that conversation about really the after effects of COVID-19 mentally.
Mm-hmm. No, sorry, I was like my laptop went dark, and I was like, "What's happened?" But it's actually, I don't know if it went dark.
I think it's because this conversation took a little dark turn.
No, it just went really dark. I said, "Oh, where is that? Is that his son?" And I'm like, "No, it's my."
It's like we're asking the serious questions now.
It's like my computer getting depressed. No, like I loved the lockdown. I think that was it was the right timing for me. Yeah, like I was at a job. I hate it for years, but I was just sticking to it because it's like, you know, you're fitting yourself into a box. And then I got fired. And like the moment I got fired, 2 weeks after, everybody ended up in the same boat as me, and I was like, brilliant. It means I had time to do what I wanted to do. Means if it wasn't for that, I think I would probably still be sticking in the same job.
I know, it's wild. It really I mean, what came from me was really, I feel as if that, you know, creatively I could have been more on it, but I really do think that it reshaped my way of thinking in a positive way. I think definitely overall in a positive way. And I just came out of it thinking, if you can do this now when you have time, then when are you going to do these things that you really want and are your passions? You know, no more excuses. Just try. If it doesn't work out, it's okay. You know, so yeah.
I think that's the best way, because like we always end up putting excuses going, "Oh, I got a job," or "my age," or blah blah blah, and it's like, you got past that. Like,
and they're just excuses.
Yeah, because I was like that when I was 18, going, "All right, it's time to knuckle down and do something what I never liked," you know, and instead of doing something creative.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
But well, we touched on I think most of your stuff. I probably missed out loads, but I did look you up. I did my research. I mean, I never knew you were in so many films. You're in like and they're all acting, and they're all
yeah. I mean, I'm so, you know, it's what started it. You know, it's definitely what started it. I'm a cliche darling. You know, started off with the acting, but I really do think that we're on to a chapter now that I hope will lead to just more storytelling, because that's really what's important to me right now. These stories that I'm so passionate about, that really are part of my makeup as an individual. I just want to tell them, you know, however they get done, whether they're on maybe a short theatre show, or, you know, a podcast or anything. I just want to tell these stories. So yeah.
I would pay money if you're, what is it, in Edinburgh Festival next year. Like this Kerry Browne playing all the parts of what is it, Jackie Chan. What's that film again?
No, I don't know why I know Rush Hour. Like,
Rush Hour.
I don't know why I know this film like from line, but I just love it.
I would pay money. Me and Angus both said that. I said it would be amazing. Just a black background and just you just acting it, and like
it's Jackie Chan. It's Chris Tucker. How can you not love them? They're so good. Their chemistry. They're so good.
See, I was another day. I was pissing myself laughing now, because it was just like you just knew line by line now, and I thought,
honestly, I mean, I'm like my friends, like literally, this has been said. They're like that. You're definitely in the right industry, because you're you're excellent at learning your lines. I'm like, I don't know what it is. I said, I read it, I know it. That's it. I said I could watch a film once. I was like, maybe it's the ADHD in me. I don't know what it is, but it just I visualize it, and I can, as you unfortunately witnessed, I can perform it.
No, it's so good. It's like I would literally pay money to watch it in the Edinburgh Festival.
Well, you can get me a prosecco, and we'll do it.
we be your manager, eh? Your S be good. One night performance. Kerry Browne plays Russia. Every single part.
You don't want to hear me do Shakespeare, mate. That's one thing you don't want to hear.
I don't know. I think Russia would be far better. Like nobody wants to listen to Shakespeare now. Eh? It's not so cool. No, I mean, when you did that, it was hilarious. Like even that's a talent. I don't know how people can sit there and read. Like my mate could do it. He could read something once, and word by word, he can just like fairly. I couldn't. I'd be like, I can't mind what I read. Like after what the week is it?
Yeah. I mean, it definitely helps. For instance, if I've got like an audition that comes through on Thursday night and it's got to be there by Friday at 4 o'clock or something like that, I just go, okay, and then we would just and reading it out loud, it helps me. So it does. It really helps when you've got a reader, but sometimes you've got to make things work as they are. But yeah, it's never been a problem for me learning the lines, and that's, touch wood, a good thing to have in this industry.
Like, what's the other thing? Is there any tips for anybody who is like doing acting for that type of, or is it just...
I mean, honestly, just if you love it, do it. It really, I don't want to, like, I can't come across philosophical or anything with it. It's just that if you absolutely love it and you can't see yourself doing anything else, you owe it to yourself to try and make a career out of it. But even if it doesn't, materialize in that sense, just do it, because it really is great for your soul. It really is great. Like I find acting therapeutic. There's something in me that finds that connection when you have a character and you're able to process all of their thoughts and feelings as well, and find those little bits in between the lines, what you're right. If you've got an amazing writer, if you're one of these lucky people that's got this brilliant script to read off of, or it's been created from a book or whatever, there's something very therapeutic, and I honestly can't put into words. It's just, I love it. I love acting. Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely like in your blood. Like you can just tell, like you entertained us every day.
If nothing else comes, it's that.
Even pissed myself about a generator, and it was just you saying, because you're like going down the hill and it was like had wheels and you're like running. I just can imagine, you can't let it go. It's like you were just good at telling like a story. What it was like, it was made up and it was a laugh, but I was just in tears laughing at it.
I know. It's funny as well, because comedy is the one thing that I do for friends, but it's not one thing that I can kind of do, that I tend to do with roles. I'm more dramatic, and I don't know why that is. I don't know. I mean, you've seen the dramatic sensibilities I have on set, so maybe you can tell me more than I can.
I think like with me, like Unite, I was like, I didn't need to write down anything, because like Kerry's a budget. She would just be yapping, and I was just probably go, "Here's Kerry Browne," and then blah 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 blah. Right, see you later.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I can talk your ear off.
It's good though. Like I mean, like what is it? I don't know. It's just one switch with you. You're just full on with everything. And it's a good thing. Like.
Losing this war, Mike. He offers hope. And we can do great things with hope.
I'm a little out of hope, sir. And it's going to take more than one child to change that.
So he's one of us.
Then we'll protect him like he's one of us.
We need him. We need to get to him. He's the proof that things can change. That we can evolve. Rebuild.
What's up ahead?
We need to kill that thing.
Run! I'm gonna get us out of here, you believe me, right? We'll stand together, we'll beat them together.
What was I going to say? No, you see, if I like had to do a test or that, I used to always eat chewing gum. You know, when I'd be looking through my test, and then when the test comes up, take the same chewing gum. I used to think that used to help me to mind it because it'd be like chewing on, you know, and I go, oh, aye. But that's a wee tip for me.
Yeah, whatever, I know, whatever works. Whatever works. I mean, I think it's just finding what works for you and just rolling with it, however silly you may think it is. Believe me, it's not. Like, if we all find our little things in the background, and sometimes it's just a placebo as well. It's like these little things that you just like, these little things that you just do, and you say, you know, it's bad luck if I don't you know, wear that coat or put on that ring or something.
Yeah, I used to have it. And I still get it now and again. It was like impulsive disorder, like, and it used to be like playing. Like I used to explain it like playing like kids games. Like it was like little rituals. I had to like click the light off 3 times. If you didn't do that, bad luck's happening, or this is, you know, you're gonna. But I mean, it was nonsense. But at the time, it's like you believe into it. Till like it's just you keeping control of whatever situation.
100%.
If that makes sense. What are you doing now? Whoa, what is?
Right now it's more freelance work, more working behind the scenes, and like I said, the writing is just not stopping. And the auditions, we continue to just put them out there. Got a great agent who really we understand each other. It's really a partnership in how we work with each other, so that's great. But it's your luck at the end of the day as well. So you've just got to keep pushing for what you want, I suppose, and hoping for the best.
Yeah, because I mind you had a couple of auditions where you sent off tapes, but did they come back yet, or is it?
Maybe,
All
maybe,
right,
maybe,
well, no,
maybe a
we'll
little
not
bit
too much.
still, maybe a little bit still up in the air. Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah. Means I think that's it, Kerry. I think I touched on all your malarkey so far, anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. No, thank you so much for giving me the platform. It's honestly, I've watched your other podcasts, and you've just got a way of putting people at ease as well, and just taking the, I don't know, the nervousness out of it, or the seriousness as well. I mean, just putting people at ease. So this has been lovely.
It doesn't help me. Like about 2 minutes before it's like on, I'm like, oh no, I can't mind this band's name. Like, and it's so bad. I done it on one podcast where actually I said it twice. And I was like, I'm really sorry, I can't mind your band's name. And you see, after then, I think you was raging. And I was like, I'm really sorry about it. Like my mind just went blank. I was hungover, and I thought, I can't drink into a podcast.
Oh my god. That's brilliant. No, my name's Kerry Browne, sir. Remember?
I knew that. I was like, that's another thing. Angus used to say it the whole time. I don't know, because he had an Edinburgh accent. He's like, "Hi, it's Kerry Browne," and I pissed myself laughing. I don't know why it's so funny. And he used to do it. It's like you used to come up and say, "Here comes Kerry Browne." I just made me laugh every time.
I have had this thing since school, and I don't know what it is, but whenever anyone says my name, they have to say the full thing. They don't just go Kerry, they go Kerry Browne. And I've went through my whole life thinking I'm in trouble because everyone says my full name. I'm like, what have I done?
But it's a good name because it sticks in your mind. Like, I'm really bad with names, and like that sticks in my mind.
Browne, it's generic, mate. What can I say?
It's
But
Scottish, yeah.
I do have the E at the end of my name, and that comes from the Irish blood in me. So that's
right. Is that from your mum or dad's side?
That's what it is. Scots Irish. very proud of it. County Kerry, what can I say? I'm very cliched.
Well, that's good. That's where storytelling's came from as well.
Yes.
The Irish roots and Scottish roots.
Honestly, if I wasn't Scottish, Irish, no question.
I think everybody in Scotland's exactly the same. It's like if you're not going to be Scottish, you're going to be Irish. It's like
because it's the closest thing to our culture. And I mean, have you been to Ireland before?
Me, no. Like,
you gotta go. You gotta go.
It's weird. Like you see when I lived down south, and like the accent, like everybody always, it never ever thought I was from Scotland. It's always, oh, you're from Ireland. I didn't hear it. And then the whole time, and they'll not believe you. I'm from top of Scotland. They're like thinking it's Inverness. He's like, nah, 100 miles after there.
Yeah, I'll be back up there. John O'Groats, especially that place. Just, I mean, I was there practically every single weekend. This is as I told you guys, you're like, where were you? I was like, it was John O'Groats Cafe again, and it's like, yes. It's like, I literally sat in that Cafe Groats, in a little corner that had a plug socket for my laptop with a coffee, and just spent the whole day there writing. I want to go back. Yeah, it's there was something really special about that place to me. I loved it.
I like Johnny Groats. Like that's where I'm basically in Caithness Bay right now, and I can sit and just look out the window. Not this one. This is fake, but you probably know that. But anyway, a real window. But as it looks out, and you can see Orkney. It's really nice.
Yeah, that's it. What I was writing was based in Orkney, so I think that's kind of what sold it to me. But special place, absolutely beautiful.
Well, I think Caithness people will love to hear that.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd love to go and see Father Ted House. Like I have to just go and see that.
Oh my god!
Father Ted to me is like one of the best comedies ever.
Whoa, still game.
Oh, it's not. It's still game's number one. Like I like.
Good save.
No, like still game. Like even now, that's like 20 years ago, and it still holds up. It's never been a better comedy since then. Yeah.
No response from me. Just yes. Just yes.
But the bit I do love about it is like Naveed's shops and it was centre of the city, Like, and I only found that out like a couple of years ago, And I was like, this reminds me of Still Game, and it's it is Still Game.
It's Still Game. I know. Yeah. Oh, I honestly, I want to be. When I get to that age of 100, sorry, Jack and Victor, I want to have that humour. I want to be sitting in a Scottish pub, having a humour, like just laughing and giggling, and oh my god, it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Like one of my best mates, Tam, he like reminded me so much of me, Jack and Victor, does that sort of humour. It was just I couldn't watch Still Game for ages after it, just because it reminded me so much of him, like.
It's brilliant, and the thing is, it's really got its heartfelt moments as well, and amongst all that humour, you've got these two best friends that have grown up with each other, that really love each other. They don't ever say it, but they really, really love each other. And you've got these moments where they help their friend that his wife has just passed away, and he can't go into her bathroom because that has all of her things in it, and he doesn't want to. He's like, that was her place, and I don't want to interfere with that. Would you help me? And I'm like, and you're sitting there because we're so familiar with the show and we love it. We're expecting I was expecting a joke to come through, and then I said, no. I was like, this is just life. This is just what happens to everybody, And I was like, oh, and I actually did it. Made me tear up. I was like, oh my god, this is brilliant.
even the last episode, I thought the last episode when they go up the hill and I thought it's such a good way to end it, but it was like it was sad as well because you kind of got brought up and watching Still Game, like you forget how old it is, and then
honestly, it's a brilliant show, absolutely the best. Yeah,
I just don't think it's ever gonna I don't think it's gonna be a show like that in a long time because I don't know. I think even the humor, I think everybody's too worried to get being offensive and stuff like that. And I like humor. Humor it comes from a dark place, and it is meant to be. You're meant to take a piss at one another. It's just. Yeah.
No, I think it's it's a brilliant show. Brilliant.
That's
it.
Oh, well, I'll let you go and rest the night, innit?
You too, sir. But thank you so much for indulging indulging a little bit of Song of the Selkie and a little bit of Still Game in the end as well.
I know.
Grand, mate. It's absolutely grand. It's been lovely chatting to you.
Same, mate.